Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for being here for another one of my YouTube videos. I really hope that if you're a subscriber to this channel that you're enjoying them. If not, then do subscribe because I'm releasing new videos every week and then you'll see when they come up. This is a wake up and energize flow. So this flow is perfect for squeezing in maybe in the morning, maybe on your lunch break. It's going to be a short practice, so short and stretchy, and just moving the body, mobilizing the body, and sort of waking ourselves up a little bit. So we will start in a comfortable seated position. So I'm going to be cross-legged on my mat, but if that's not comfortable, then you can bring the legs out in front. And as always, if you feel any gripping in the hips or you're struggling to come into a neutral spine position, you've always got the option to pop a block under your hips to bring yourself into a neutral spine. And if you're finding that there's a lot of gripping here in the hips, maybe try a couple of blocks under the thighs to bring the ground up closer to you. So find a comfortable seat and we'll ground for a moment into the class. So starting to close off the eyes or perhaps take a steady gaze somewhere out in front of you. Option to bring the hands to heart center or you can rest them in your lap. And start thinking about this full yogic breath. And what I mean by that is trying to use full lung capacity with the breath. So breathing deeply, breathing as deeply and freely as you can here. Trying to observe the breath, perhaps in the belly, the torso, chest. Relax your shoulders and begin to observe any thoughts passing through your mind. Taking a moment to check in with how you're feeling today, how you're feeling in this present moment. And any thoughts of anything that came before this or anything that you're predicting that is going to come after this practice, allowing those thoughts to be released. Bring your attention back to your breath and your body, looking inwards, bringing you back into the present moment in your practice. Release the hands if you had them on the chest and open the eyes back up. And we'll take an interlace with the hands, so interlace the fingers. And on an inhale, lift the ribs away from the hips as you press the palm of your hands up towards the ceiling. Find the stretch. Maybe find a yawn here. If it doesn't feel good to be facing these palms up to the ceiling, sorry, you can have the palms facing in if you prefer. So remembering to listen to your body, adjusting where feels right for you. And then we'll start to take a stretch over to the right side, keeping the interlace if you can. No worries if you need to bring one of the hands down to the mat to support you. Inhale, back up through to center. Grow the spine tall. Exhale, stretch on the other side. Feeling the right side body opening up this time. Come back to neutral. Bring the palms in, so the palms are facing inwards now. And then start to bring the hands in front of you here. And as you do so, bring the hands out in front. Drop the head round through the spine. Tuck the tailbone in. Bring your belly button in towards the spine and feel the rounding, flexing the spine here. Keep breathing. Lift the head, release the hands, and sweep them around behind the back, either reaching your fingertips out behind you, or maybe you can take the interlace behind your back and open across the chest here, shine your heart forwards. And release the hands. Bring the hands to the knees and take a couple of shoulder rolls here. And then we'll take some wrist flicks. So start flicking those hands, warming up through the wrists. But this also feels amazing in an energetic sense. I don't know if that's just me, it surely can't be. Just feel like I'm flicking away anything that is not serving me. And release and let go. Well done. And we'll work through that sequence one more time now. So interlace the fingers in front of you. Inhale, press the palms of your hands up to the ceiling, stretching, growing the spine tall. Inhale, making space. Exhale, stretching over to the right, left side body opening up. Inhale, back through to center. Exhale, coming to the stretch on the other side, right side body opening up. Inhale, come back through to center. Bring the palms in if they're not already, and then bring the hands down to this halfway point. And then when you get to here, drop your head, round the spine, tuck the tailbone in, belly button's coming in towards the spine, rounding. And start to release the hands. Maybe the fingertips are reaching out behind you. Maybe you're finding the interlace. Start to open across the chest. And release. Well done. Hopefully feeling quite nice and starting to feel quite nice and warm through the shoulders and the arms now. So we'll make our way into a tabletop position on your mat. And just remembering here that if your knees feel sensitive at all, then you can pop a blanket or cushion under the knees, shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees. Inhale, lift the gaze. The gaze is going forwards, and we're opening across the chest, shining the heart forwards. Exhale, drop the head, round the spine, start coming into your cat and cow. And keep flowing through here with the breath. So you can go at your own pace with your own breath. Just making sure that on the inhale, you're opening across the chest, and on the exhale, you're rounding the spine. Taking any movement that feels good in your cat and cow. You'll start to come through your last cat and cow now. Meeting me back in neutral when you're ready. And we'll start to lower the body down, lowering yourself down so that you're lying on your belly here. So lying on your belly, palms of the hands come to the mat. On an inhale, roll your shoulders and peel the chest away for a cobra. This could be a lovely low cobra. This could be a high cobra. Either staying working with your cobra, or if it's in your practice, maybe you're coming into your upward facing dog. If you are coming into an upward facing dog here, just remembering that shoulders are above the wrists and that the whole lower body is really switched on here and is coming away from the mat. So thighs are not touching the mat. If you're finding that this is not accessible to you, then come back and work with your cobra. And then from here, On your exhale, making your way to downward facing dog, either coming through your tabletop position or coming back from your upward facing dog. Remembering that child's pose is there for you at any time. You're in your upward facing, if you're in your, downward facing dog, reach those hips to the sky. Grow the spine long and lengthened. Keep making space through the spine, through the shoulders. Send your gaze between your knees. Relax the head and neck. From here, start to walk your hands in towards your feet, taking as much softness through the legs as you need to until you come back and hang down here in a forward fold. It's an option to take the hands on the elbows, bending the knees as much as you need to. Relax the head and the neck. Let the head and the neck hang heavy. Take any gentle movement that feels good, maybe a gentle rock from side to side. And then from here, bringing your hand down to the mat, start to walk the hands back out, meeting in your downward facing dog again for a moment. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then start to step or walk the feet in towards the hands, but we're going to bring the feet out slightly to the sides. So feet are coming out slightly further than hip width apart. Toes are pointing out to the side. And we're going to see how it feels here to sit back and find your Melasma Squat. So let me pivot so that you can see me here. So I'm coming into my Melasma Squat now. There's various different options for Malasana. If you've done some of my other practices, then hopefully you'll know the different options. But you could be up on your toes here in your Malasana. You could have your block and be bringing your block underneath your hips, popping your hips on that block to bring the ground up closer to you. Or you could be coming into your seated Malasana here. So coming into what option is going to work best for you in the body that you're in today. Remembering that your body will feel different on different days, and that's okay. We all need different things at different times, on different days. And the more that we can become aware of that and honor that and flow with that, we can let go of some of that resistance, both physically and mentally. You're in your Malasana. Keep reaching the crown of the head to the ceiling, growing the spine tall, creating space. From here, start to bring the hands down and start to lift the hips away. Bring those feet back into hip width apart, toes pointing forward again. And curl the body up to standing, keeping as much softness through the legs as you need to, meeting in your Tadasana, in your mountain pose. From here, we're going to step the right foot back and come into your warrior two. Finding your warrior two, front knee is above the ankle, right foot is roughly in line with the side of the mat, fingertips reaching away, send your gaze over your left fingertips, flip the left palm up to the sky, inhale, lift up and out of the waist, reverse warrior, lightly resting this right hand on the right thigh, feeling the stretch and opening through the left side body here. Keep shining the heart towards the ceiling, open across the chest. Exhale, flow out of your reverse warrior and start to come into your extended side angle. So forearms coming to the left thigh, right arms coming up to the right ear. Again, sending your gaze up to the sky. And then once more, we're going to float. So inhale, make your way into your reverse warrior. And float back to your extended side angle. Pausing in your extended side angle this time. Option to bring this left hand down in line with the foot. Right arm reaching over. That's just an option. You do not have to come here. Listening to your body and what feels right for you. Inhale, release back to your warrior two. Step the right foot in. Meeting into Tadasana, take a little shake out, anything that you need. And then get ready to come onto the other side. So this time we're stepping the left foot back, finding your warrior two on the other side, finding that root of the pose, the foot foundations first, and then working up from there with your alignment. Gaze coming over the right fingertips. Relax the shoulders, strong through the arms. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Inhale, lift up and out of the waist. Come into your reverse warrior. So legs and lower body are staying exactly the same. This movement's really coming from the waist, opening up through the right side body. Keep breathing here. And release, float from here into your extended side angle. Forearm comes to the right thigh. Left arm's coming towards the ear. Gaze is coming to the ceiling. Keep pressing the feet down and away to stabilize. And floating up. Coming back to your reverse warrior once more. Keep breathing. And come back to your last extended side angle. An option here to come a little deeper. Maybe you'll bring this right hand to the mat. It's just an option. Remembering to step away from ego here. Step away from anything that's telling you to come deeper into the pose, that's putting your body in a position that is not right for you, that is not in your best interest. Only you can know where your limits are. Inhale, come back up, release, and step the feet together, take a little shake out. Well done. Hopefully feeling warm and energized at this point. We're going to lower down to the mat. So either keeping the feet grounded here as you do this, or you can come up on your toes, bring the arms out in front, and start to sit the hips back, lowering down, perhaps finding something to focus on in front of you, slowly lowering down. See how slowly you can go. And when you're ready, releasing your hips to the mat. Well done. Send your legs straight out in front of you here. So legs are coming straight out in front, and flex the feet. Find your neutral spine position first. Inhale, reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. Exhale, start to walk the hands forward into your Paschimottanasana. Maybe the hands are coming to the thighs. Maybe they're coming to the shins, maybe the feet. Make sure that you're leading with the chest. Keeping the spine long and lengthened. Keep leading with that chest bone. Notice where you can feel the opening in the body, maybe through the backs of the legs, the lower spine, the lumbar spine. Noticing any shakes or wobbles through the legs. This is very common. This is all part of the practice. Learning the difference between what's discomfort and what is pain, something that is stretching and opening the body, or something that is taking you past your limit. On every inhale, think about making space and lifting, lengthening, and on the exhale, surrendering into the fold. And slowly start to come up from your Paschimottanasana, keeping the legs out in front. You're going to bring your right hand to your left thigh. Bring this left hand to the mat behind you to support you. Keep the legs switched on. Inhale, lift up and out of the waist, and exhale, twist over to the left. Sending your gaze in the direction of being over the left shoulder. Breathing here. And slowly release back to neutral. When you're ready, bring the left hand to the right thigh. Bring the right hand to the mat behind you. Inhale, lift your ribs away from the hips first. On the exhale, twist to the right this time. Allow the gaze to follow. Keep focusing on the breath, taking deep inhales and exhales. And slowly release from the twist. Make your way back to the comfortable seated position where you started the class. And we'll close off the eyes for a moment here. As always, if you have longer and you'd like to go into a full Shavasana, then please take that now. This is something I would really strongly recommend. Bring the hands back to the chest, just an option. Coming into a neutral spine, returning back to that full yogic breath. So equal breathing as well. So for some of us, you might find it helpful to count your breath. So perhaps you're inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. Or maybe you're inhaling for 6, exhaling for 6. Or maybe for longer than that. So that's always an option to work with. But if that doesn't feel right for you, if counting the breath is something that does not feel beneficial to you, you don't feel like it enhances your breath, your practice, then don't do it. Listen to that and perhaps work with allowing your breath to be free and deep as it possibly can. Take a moment to send a message from your mind to your body, giving every part of your body to relax and let go. Notice the energy that you feel in this practice. Perhaps you can feel the energy in your hands, your fingertips, your feet, your toes, your face, behind your eyes, anywhere at all. Just notice and observe. Open the eyes back up if you have them closed. Coming back into the physical body. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me. I hope that you feel stretched out and energized from that flow. As always, if you are interested in longer, more detailed practices, but also kind of more variety, more in depth with energetics and the chakras and the sort of 8 limbs philosophy of yoga, and want to kind of be more connected to that, then please do have a look at my membership. Link is below. But do subscribe to this channel for more free videos.